Hey everyone, this is the DevOps for mobile apps demo for September 3rd, 2021. This week, we continue to dive into the mobile review apps, and we've got a couple of examples here for iOS and Android, and then I'll walk through the templates and then the CLI tool that we're using to make this all work. So first example here is this is the Android weather app that we've been testing with. And so we've got the mobile review app set up in this merge request, and it gives us this button here to view the app. So when we click that, it takes us over to Appetize, and we can just kick the app off right there in the browser, and it loads real quickly there. So, that's working well. We've also got an iOS example here. This is a different app than I've been testing with before. But it's a little XKCD viewer. So same thing, pop that open and then kick off the app. You can see that this is an iOS device, and this loads after a second here. So there we go. Okay, so that app loaded. So how do these work? So for either of these, we're using the CI template. So if we look at the diff view on the merge request, we can see that we're including this template here for the Android mobile review apps template, and that does this. So this is cleaned up quite a bit from what I was working with last week, and we're using this Appetize upload command to kind of do all of the work. So we streamlined this quite a bit. Turned out pretty nice. So we've got that, and then essentially the same thing for iOS. I broke these out as separate templates for now, thinking that we may want to have like different functionality, but we'll see. It could be similar enough that we don't need to change it. So those are the two templates that we have here. And then the thing that kind of makes that does kind of the heavy lifting is this Appetized CLI gem, which is something that I put together, and it's basically just a quick Ruby gem that provides a CLI interface for the upload and delete functions in the Appetize API. So it's fairly straightforward. Basically, you configure it with your token, and then you can tell it to upload, and then give it a path to a artifact, and then like which platform you're working on, either iOS or Android. And there's a couple examples down here. And then delete is literally just deletes the app, and we give it the public key, which is the kind of unique identifier that Appetize gives to the app. So that we kind of tie that all together to make that work. So yeah, that's kind of the basics of that. And then I've got my sample projects list down here. I had been testing with this Hackers iOS app, but I ran into some sort of bug in the build step, and I didn't feel like spending a ton of time debugging whatever the iOS issue was. So found a different app to test with, and this one works pretty well. So we're using that for now. But then both of the two Android test apps that I've been working with are set up with review apps too, and those are working just fine. So that's kind of where we're at. The next coming up next, I'm going to be looking for folks to test out these templates. So I've got this issue here, which is setup instructions. So if anyone wants to try this out, this is kind of a quick walkthrough on how to make this work. I've talked with a couple folks, customers and users that are interested in trying it out. So I've given them this as well, but take a look if you're interested in trying it out. Go through these instructions, and then let me know if you see any issues, or if anything could be clear in the instructions or anything like that. But we'll try to get some more users trying this out, and get us some feedback on the design and everything. And then I've also created this issue here for what I'm calling UX considerations. So this is there's a few checks that I've got in place right now for the CI templates, and this actually like confused me at one point when I was setting this up. So I want to dig into this a little bit more and see if there's maybe some patterns that we're using in other templates at GitLab, or other ways that we can make this a little bit easier to use, or at least provide faster feedback when something is missing, like an environment variable or something like that. So going to be working on that. And then finally, I'd like to get some CI templates into the GitLab product as well. So I'm going to be digging into that. And there is an issue here that is talking about how we're adding some instrumentation onto these templates too, so we can actually measure the usage of them within GitLab.com. So that's in progress. The pipeline authoring team is working on that, but I'm going to follow along and make sure that we're set up to use that as soon as that's ready. So that is it for this week. Again, provide any feedback in the issue linked in the video, in the description of the video below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thanks.